Let me guess, you want to get into flipping cars? Well, today I'm going to be showing you the top 3 ways how you can get started and start flipping cars right away. My name is AJ, I'm 21 years old and I have my own dealership. Flipping cars from dealer-only auctions has completely changed my life. I went from working a towing job 12 hours a day to making $50,000 each month from my dealership and just from flipping vehicles. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way how you can get into these auctions so you can hit that 20K per month mark just by flipping cars. Also, I will be showing you how you can do this without getting your own dealer license so you can avoid paying 30 to 40,000 each year just to set up your dealer license, pay your rent on your lot, and to avoid waiting 9 to 10 months just to get approved. First, let me explain why dealer-only auctions is so important if you're actually serious about flipping cars. When most people start flipping cars, they turn to Facebook, Craigslist, and OfferUp or public auctions, and they wonder why the margins are super thin. Well, the obvious answer for that is going to be that everyone else is looking at the same exact car. There's so many other people are doing the same exact thing as you, so they're going to be competing against you to get that vehicle, whether it was on Facebook, Craigslist, or even at a public auction. By the time a good deal hits Facebook, there's hundreds of other guys that have already seen the deal, might have already texted the guy, or even is on the way to go check it out in person and buy the car. So basically you're competing with a lot more people. You're basically competing with everyone that's trying to buy and sell cars. Now don't get me wrong, starting with Facebook and flipping cars through Facebook is not a bad idea, but don't think that you're going to be able to scale from it and actually build something big. Guys, I own my own dealership and I could tell you, me and every other dealership in America is not sourcing cars through Facebook. Dealer-only auctions are completely different. These auctions are like ADESA, IAA, CarMax, Manheim, and there's plenty of other ones. These auctions are only accessible if you have your own dealer license. Now, the public has never even seen the inventory on these auctions. The prices are lower, the selection is massive. There's thousands and thousands of cars running each single day, and there's no limit on how many cars you can buy, and you can buy as many cars as you want. There's no yearly limit. Now the last point is super important. Most states cap out at 5 cars per year. If you're buying cars from Facebook, Craigslist, or public auctions, the max amount of cars you can do per year is 5. And on top of that, you're having to pay buyer fees and needing to register and pay tax on each single car. So it makes scaling impossible. I mean, how are you going to scale buying only 5 cars a year? With a dealer license, on the other hand, the cap disappears. There's no such thing as a limit on how many cars you can buy per year. You can buy 5 cars a week if you like. There's no limit at all. That's why these dealers are able to take advantage and actually build a source of income from flipping cars. That's why dealers are able to build a real income from flipping vehicles while regular buyers can't. Now, for the average person that wants to get into flipping cars from the dealer-only auctions and potentially open their own dealership later on, this sucks, but to most dealers, they prefer things that way. They don't want to add more competition into the game. Also, all these dealers prefer it that way because it shows that the barrier of entry is super high. So naturally, it makes the competition lower. I mean, guys, compare opening a car detailing business and opening a dealer license and getting a dealership. Which one is easier to start? And now ask yourself, which one do you see more of? So the obvious thing to do is just go get a dealer license, right? Well, here's the reality. I've already opened multiple dealerships before. I opened my own, and I've helped friends and family open their own before. So I've already done this multiple times. So trust me when I tell you I know the full process from the beginning to end. And I'll be honest with you, it's neither easy or cheap to do it. Depending on your state, it takes $20,000 to $40,000 each year just to have a dealership open with a dealer license. And that includes your dealer license fees, your surety bond, your insurance, and of course, the most important, the physical lot. In most states, you're required to have a commercial business office and a proper lot to even qualify to apply for the dealer license. Also, before you even qualify to apply for the dealer license, you're gonna need to have your lease agreement ready for your lot, your insurance already ready and active, and your surety bond active. And you have to have all your dealer fees paid directly to the DMV. And then you could qualify and actually apply for the dealer license. This means you're going to be paying monthly rent, monthly insurance, and monthly surety bond before you've even bought your first car. And there's the time. After you apply for the dealer license, it takes 6 to 12 months to get approved. I myself had to pay 9 months worth of rent until I got an inspection date and I got approved for my dealer license. So depending on which state you're in, usually it takes between 6 to 12 months to get an inspection date and to get approved. Now, during that time that you're waiting for your inspection date, you're not legal to operate or to sell cars. Now that's months of just paying rent, trying to stay above until you're able to get an inspection date, get approved, and actually start buying and selling cars. That alone is going to cost you a lot of money. I mean, especially your lot rent alone. you're going to be paying at least 6 months of lot rent without making a single dollar. So you've got two problems. First, the capital that you need to get started and actually get approved for the dealer license, and the time it takes for you to get approved and to actually start working and buying and selling cars. For most people who are starting out now, that combination stops them before they even begin. So now you might ask, what's the actual smartest solution to get into dealer-only auctions and to start flipping cars? In my opinion, it's using someone else's dealer license to purchase the cars from. Let me give you an example. Let's say person A goes and applies for a dealer license, he gets a lot, he pays rent, he waits the 6 to 12 months, he gets approved, he gets his dealer license, and now he's working, he's active, he has a dealer license, he has all the auctions and everything's going good. And now person B going to apply for their own license and needed to get a lot and pay all the fees and stuff. He goes to person A and he uses his license to open his own account under person A's license, and now he has his own auction accounts, but it's under person A's dealer license. It's the same exact dealer license, and each person can buy their own cars on their own account. So now person B saved a ton of money using person A's dealer license, and he's able to buy as many cars as he wants and operate exactly as person A. He's basically one of the owners of the dealer license. So now person B is able to buy and sell cars unlimitedly. He has no cap, he has nothing. He's basically operating just like person A. He's operating under the same dealer license. There's no cap on both of them because the cars that are being bought under the dealer license. They're not being bought under their names. They're getting bought directly under the dealer license. So by using someone else's dealer license, you're able to get your own dealer-only auctions such as ADESA, Manheim, CarMax, Copart, or IAA. All of them. Any dealer-only auctions you're thinking about, you're able to have access to all of the dealer-only auctions. You can log in yourself, you can see the inventory yourself, you can bid yourself, you can win yourself, you can pay yourself, and you could pick up and sell it yourself because everything is under your name, under your own account. Again, it's unlimited and there's no yearly cap on how many cars you could buy. So you get every single benefit that comes with owning a dealer license. The access, the pricing, the volume, and the unlimited amount of cars you could buy per year without having to be the person that paid for all that or spent months waiting to get approved. No physical law, no surety bond, no insurance from your end, no paperwork or the 6 months wait. You're essentially plugging into someone else's dealership and getting all of the upside without any of the startup costs. This is genuinely the fastest and most affordable way to get into dealer-only auctions in 2026. There is no shortcut that beats it. Now, there's a couple ways you can go about this. Option 1, if you have a family member or a close friend that already has a dealer license and you trust them completely, you can ask them to add you under their dealer license. That way you could start buying and selling cars directly under their dealer license. If that's available to you, do it right away. That's your best option. But most people don't even have that option. Now, I offer a limited amount of spots under my own dealer license for the people who are serious about getting into this. If you're accepted, you'll get your own dealer-only auctions login. You're going to have access to all the major dealer-only auctions, and you're going to be able to start buying and selling cars the same day. Now, because this is my own personal license that I worked super hard to get, and I built a whole business from it, I'm super selective on who I add under my license. I can't just let anybody in. I need to know that you're serious and you know how this works and that you're going to use the access properly. The last thing I need is someone coming under my license and doing things they shouldn't be doing. Now, obviously, getting access to dealer license does not guarantee that you will be successful and you'll make profit. The most important thing is knowing what cars to buy and what cars not to buy, because there's thousands and thousands of cars rolling through the auction each single day, and it's super easy to just buy a car and lose money on it. Since so many cars are rolling through the auction each day, it's super easy to buy the wrong car and lose a lot of money. So for that reason, if you're accepted, you'll also have access to me directly. I'll be guiding you on which cars to buy and which cars to avoid. So you'll get access to a dealer who's doing $50K a month, pretty much guiding you to succeed. So if this is something you're genuinely interested in, this is what I want you to do. Click the link in my bio, book a call with my team. On that call, we'll walk you through exactly on how it works, answer all your questions, and figure out if you're a good fit. Also, spots under my dealer license are limited. I can't just add everyone. Once the spots are full, they're full. So if you've been watching and this is something you'd like to do, don't sit on it.